Hey, what's going on? I'm Apprentice Demand. In this video, we're going to do a review on Proud Source spring water. All right. So let's go and get this poured up. And I just came back from deployment. You guys have been asking for this. So we're going to go ahead and add this in before I move into my new place. Yep. So that's why the stage is gone. That's all the stuff's gone. Everything's still packed away as I prepare to move to a new location, a new house. And of course, we're going to be testing it against this electrolyzed reduced water. Is that about the same? All right, yeah, it's about the same. Hopefully y'all can see everything. And the first thing we're going to test for is antioxidants. If you haven't been here before, if you're new to the channel, this is the most important test of all the tests we're going to be doing today. And the reason why is because we have all these things around us known as free radicals, and they come in and they take the electrons from our healthy cells. When that happens, that creates oxidation, and since the cells can't get rid of waste or take in nutrients, it leads to inflammation, and that is linked to every single health disease known to man. Any type of itis that you're experiencing, that's inflammation happening in the body, okay? Antioxidants are great because they have extra electrons that they give to those cells that are going through challenges, which ultimately helps lower that oxidation, lower that inflammation. It keeps us looking young and youthful, okay? So we want to consume antioxidants. With that being said, I'm gonna see if our beverages here are oxidizing us, which is creating more sickness and dis-ease in the body, or if it is an antioxidant, which means that it's keeping us young, keeping us healthy, okay? And I'm gonna test that using this ORP meter. ORP stands for oxidative reduction potential, and we're gonna use it to test the potential to reduce oxidation, all right? So we see a positive number, it's bad. We see a negative number, it's good. Let's see what we get here with Proud Source water. All right, so it looks like we are getting a 221 and it is going up, all right? So that means it is oxidizing. And even the air around us is oxidizing, our cell phones, electronics, all that stuff. And so the air is adding to this and making it slowly but surely go up, okay? With that being said, let's see what happens with this electrolyzed reduced water. Let's see what we get. Oh my gosh, look at that. Negative 770, okay? So this is a very, very strong antioxidant, okay? So with that test alone, we could be done, right? Because we don't want to consume something that's making us look older, that's adding to any sickness or dis-ease in our body. However, we have a few more tests to do, so let's jump into that next test. Alrighty, on to our second test, and this one's all about alkalinity. And a lot of people, just about everybody knows about this one. We're all looking for different waters that are the right alkalinity, and we all know that sickness and dis-ease cannot survive in an alkaline environment. So we want to ensure that we are consuming things that are slightly alkaline, and it's really for our blood. Our blood must maintain a 7.365, and it's going to do that, okay? So you don't have to worry about it. Your body's going to regulate that. The question is it going to start taking minerals from the things you're consuming, or is it going to start taking those minerals from you, okay? If we're consuming things that are too acidic, our blood is going to start taking those minerals from our skin. This is why our skin starts breaking out. That's why we end up cracking and popping when we wake up in the morning. This is how osteoporosis happens, and this continues, and we can even get Alzheimer's as it starts taking the minerals from our brain. So we deserve to consume water or beverages that are slightly alkaline, okay? With that said, I have some pH drops here, and I'm putting them in both of these drinks. If we get a red or orange or yellow, we know that it is acidic, and it's forcing our body to eat the minerals and electrolytes from us, okay? If we see a blue or purple or dark purple, we know it's alkaline. And if it is alkaline, I'm blow into it and verify to see if it's truly alkaline, because when I blow into it, I'm putting acidity in there, and it's gonna neutralize, it's gonna battle back, right? And if it's good, it'll stay the same color, and if not, we'll see a change, all right? So let's see what we get here with Proud Source water. All right, so as you see, we have a beautiful A nice little turquoise blue, which looks like an 8, maybe an 8 on the scale. Let me know in the comments. And then we have about a 9, between a 9 and a 10 with the electrolytes reduced water. So Proud Source looks legit. But yeah, it says 8.5 alkaline, right? Bottled at the sources, Rocky Mountains of Mackay, Idaho. But I'm gonna test it. Let's see how good it does at battling back acidity, okay? Let's see if it stays the same or if it changes. Huh, okay, so it changed, yes. But it's showing neutral, showing green. So let me just try one more time. Yeah, so this is a true spring water. Okay, so I know a lot of different companies out there will claim spring water, and then when we do this acidity test, they show yellow, which means that they did something else to it, or the spring that they're grabbing from is hot garbage, okay? So, this is spring water, I'll give them that, and it's neutral, it shows up neutral, and it looks like I think it's just some of the minerals in there just kind of burned off, right? So that's what's gonna happen. Depending on what we're consuming, it may take care of things a little bit, but eventually it's gonna go to neutral, okay? Let's see what happens here with this electrolytes reduced water. Does not change, stays the same color, okay? So this is very strong at battling all the acidity that we consume day in and day out. Gotta catch my breath. The french fries, the cookies, the ice creams, the fried chickens, the ribs, all those kinds of things, this is gonna help neutralize a lot of that acidity. I'm not saying to eat all that stuff and then wash it down with this. What I'm saying is that the things that we're taking in that are acidic, we can use this to help fight the battle and ensure that our blood stays slightly alkaline. Hopefully that makes sense and you see this. So that concludes this test. Let's go ahead and jump into our next one. Alrighty, on to our next test, and this one is called, I like to call it superior hydration, okay? And what this entails is ensuring that our water actually hydrates us at a cellular level, okay? We don't want to drink a ton of water from being out in the heat all day or just being exhausted from all the workouts and then find out that it just sits in our stomach. It doesn't go to work to where our mouth is still dry. Okay, we want to actually be hydrated at a cellular level. When this happens, the water actually brings in nutrients, pushes out the waste from our cells, and actually helps with the lymphatic system of getting rid of all that waste, all that stuff. So it's fantastic if we're actually getting hydrated. Okay, in order to do that, or at least to show this example, we are going to make tea. You're probably thinking, well, hold on, wait. Why are we making tea? Here's the reason. We're pretending like the tea bag is our body, or is our cells that are slightly dehydrated, okay? And if the water is small enough, it will actually pass through the tea bag and make tea. If it's not, if the water's too big, which a lot of water out there is really big, there's different sizes of water. But if it's too big, it's not gonna be able to make the tea. You're gonna have challenges there, okay? So let's go ahead and see what happens when we do this with Proud Source water. All right, this is what I was expecting. Proud Source water, see, it's spring water, yes, so, and it is making a little bit, right? So it's making something, right? But if you're someone who drinks tea, this is not the tea you're looking for, right? You're like, oh, that's not tea, that's more water than tea, right? So let's see if I can get a few more dunks in. That's about as good as we get it, right? So let's see what happens with this electrolytes reduced water. And look at that, a much darker tea, and there's no jumping around required. There's no bouncing it or anything like that, which is pretty great because that shows the water is small enough to pass through the tea bag and also ultimately make tea. So if you're working out or you're taking supplements, if there's not an or, that could be an and actually. If you're taking supplements because you're working out or you're just taking vitamins, you want to take those with a water that's going to help ensure it actually gets to all the parts of your body, right? But let's go ahead and try this one more time just to make sure everything is accurate. Okay. It's getting a little darker, but I think it's the residual from what we did there earlier, right? So let's say that we're cooking and we're gonna use some paprika. I don't know. I don't know what a lot of people use for cooking, right? Well, let's just say we use a little bit, right? Not all of it, but just some. With the right water, we can actually cook better, save ourselves some money, save ourselves all that paprika, all that seasoning, and actually have the right water to make it taste good, okay? So it's necessarily, this one gets darker. So it's not the tea bag, it's about the water that's being used, okay? So there you have it. Wanted to share that with you. That's superior hydration. And there you have it, okay? We tested this for 3 specific things. We tested it for antioxidants. So we saw that Proud Source is oxidizing us, which is the most important thing in this test. Second thing we tested it for was alkalinity, and we saw that it did show up as an 8.5. However, when we gave it some acidity, it ended up battling down to neutral, okay? So it ended up, not battling, it ended up coming down to neutral, which is normal for a real spring water, okay? So that's good. And then the last thing we tested for was superior hydration, and we saw that doesn't really hydrate that well, maybe like 10 or 15%. That means you're spending more money on water to try to get hydrated. You shouldn't have to do all that, okay? So there you have it. That concludes this review on Proud Source spring water. If you're curious on what water I drink, it's right here. And I have more information about all this in the free masterclass. Check it out right below, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and you learned a little something about the waters that we tested here today. Please take a moment to share this video with someone you care about who is also drinking this water. Finally, if you are serious about improving your health and the waters that you drink, click the link in the description below to access my Water Wellness Masterclass. In this masterclass, you will discover the truth about the waters we drink, the effects our water has on our health, and how you can have the world's best water in the comfort of your home and save thousands of dollars as a result. Alright, go ahead, click that link in the description below, access that masterclass, and I will see you there real soon.